This hour for you on Daybreak, we'll hear from a COVID-19 recovery case and how they may be able to help others recover.
Also, two men who grew up in Springfield now work at a hospital in New York City. They share with us their experience from the country's COVID-19 epicenter.
And the city of Ozark wants to make some improvements to one of its abandoned railway lines. That's all this morning for you here on Daybreak.
Good morning and welcome back to the show. It's Thursday, April 16th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano as we are moving along with another hour of news for you here. And meteorologist Elisa Raffa also joins us this morning because it's another bit of a cold start. Not as bad, though, as these last few days. Slowly getting better, right?
Yeah, we don't have any freeze warnings out there this morning. So, yeah, a little bit better. And we've got one more freeze to get through Saturday morning before it looks like the coast is clear for now.
Okay, still need to grab the jacket, though, as if anyone's heading out early.
Yeah, it's chilly out there. We've got those temperatures in the upper 30s, which is why we have that frost advisory that goes until 8 o'clock this morning to the south and east of Springfield from Mountain Grove to Eminence and West Plains. So there could be some plants with some frost on them this morning. We've got clear skies and the sun coming up in Springfield. It's 41 degrees on some southerly winds. Temperatures are not as bad as they were yesterday. For the most part, we're about 5 to 10 degrees warmer. It's 37 degrees in West Plains, 39 degrees in Branson, and 39 degrees in Monette. Winds are out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and they'll pick up today, getting pretty breezy. Dry roads as we head through the afternoon. We're looking at sunshine and just breezy winds. If you have been working from home and want to take your work out to the patio, you just have a breezy wind to contend with. Temperatures will be warmer, though, in the middle 60s with a few clouds by this afternoon. So warmer and breezy today. Rain arrives tonight, and then it's just chilly with some showers around on Friday. Details on that coming up in 10 minutes.
The second case of COVID-19 in Greene County has been medically cleared. Now he and others in his position are asked to donate blood plasma to help others fight this virus. 28-year-old Taylor McQuarrie says he never felt any symptoms but tested positive after traveling to Austria. Mercy and Cox are working with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks to have those that are cleared to come forward to donate blood plasma. The hope is that the antibodies built up by a recovered patient can help someone with the virus fight it off.
Since I was able to get through it without any adverse effects, I figure it's kind of my civic duty to give back. I know there's a lot of people really struggling with it, so I wanted to help out the best way I can, and I feel like this is the way.
Several others in the Ozarks who have recovered are set to donate their plasma in the future as well.
These two men grew up in Springfield and are now working at the epicenter of COVID-19 here in the U.S. They both say working in the heart of the almost apocalyptic, it is almost apocalyptic, saying sometimes it's really tough to get through the day. They grew up here in Springfield and now work at the same hospital in New York City. Sawyer Wyatt is a registered nurse who was transitioned to a COVID-19 unit, and Dylan is a senior resident in the emergency room, both working the front lines against the virus. The brothers are also Eagle Scouts.
I don't think there's anything that I could have done as a child to prepare me for what I'm doing now, to be honest. But there are a lot of things that you learn in scouting, chiefly the scouting motto, doing your duty to God and your country. Those are two things that I find myself repeating a lot.
One of the best things that Boy Scouts teaches is responsibility and self-sufficiency, two things that we really need during this time. Responsibility not just towards our patients, but towards ourselves. If you don't look after yourself, you're going to become a patient real quick.
If you are anxious about everything that's going on, they say what you're feeling is no less valid than what people feel on the front lines. If that's the case, they encourage you to reach out and talk to someone about it.
The Missouri Department of Labor is now encouraging self-employed workers to apply for unemployment. Claims are expected to process as early as next week. Under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, weekly benefits are between $133 and $320, plus a $600 federal supplement. Self-employed hairstylist Jackie Richardson is looking forward to this because things have been difficult for her financially lately.
Being self-employed, like a lot of hairdressers are, we still have to pay our rent. Depending on the owners, I work in 2 different salons and they're trying to help us out. But yeah, we still have payments to make business and at home while we're not making any money.
Claims can be filed online now at labor.mo.gov.
Around the Ozark community leaders are working to connect the city to Springfield by way of one of its abandoned railway lines. Nija McDonald is here to explain how the project will work and when you can expect to see those changes. Nija, good morning.
Well, good morning, Lauren. City leaders say with West Jackson Street already under construction for the foreseeable future, it gave them the perfect opportunity to go ahead and make pedestrian improvements as well. Ozark Public Works Director Jeremy Parsons says finding a way to improve pedestrian traffic along West Jackson Street was a matter of timing.
The road was going to be torn up for improvements, and we knew that this was kind of our one time, if you will, in the next 30 years to have this opportunity to have the most safe and efficient form of bike and pedestrian connectivity.
Parsons says Jackson Street currently caters to vehicles, but thanks to a new grant, they can now create
2 grade separated pedestrian underpasses under Jackson Street.
Parsons says it's been a community-wide effort to get the project up and running, including input from Ozark schools.
These pedestrian underpasses provide just amazing connectivity for Ozark schools throughout their different buildings that they've got in Central Ozark.
He says this is phase 1 of a multi-phase project.
It really paves the way to start going north. And that is our goal, is to make these connections, to make the pedestrian and bicyclist a priority, and to also, continue this trail on a regional level all the way to Springfield.
Parks and Recreation Director Samantha Payne says she hopes the project will draw more people to Ozark.
As an economic benefit to having this connect, because Ozark's really unique and we've got some great businesses and some really quaint, good quality of life stuff. So it's exciting for sure.
Well, phase 1, which involves creating those 2 underpasses, is expected to begin this summer with a projected completion date of fall 2021. Now, the project will also provide nearly 4,000 linear feet of trails primarily focused on bicycle and pedestrian connectivity.
Thank you, Nija. We're starting out with some dry roads and sunshine in Springfield right now on our Color 10 Live Drive. Temperatures not quite as cold as yesterday. We're about 5 to 10 degrees warmer with those lows in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Details on rain returning coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.